we stood up for saving the Mother Earth because we believe that if the Earth is not there, we couldn't be there. So that's why we think more about how to save the Mother Earth. So we can be kind to everyone, to everything, like animals, plants. Every journey open its book by education. That's why in every campaign we do, we first educate people, because you cannot bring something people they don't understand. Educate young generation as a way of spread our voice to reach further. Maybe in the future we shall get presidents which respects people's lives, loving, which are kind, which are compassionate, do the best for the world. Because, these NGOs, it's not very easy to learn them, but when you are focused and when you are ready to meet all the challenges, all positive or negatives, then you can achieve it.
For nature.
For the ocean. For people.
For animals. Hello, beautiful SANUSPLANET community. It's amazing that you're here today again and that you're listening to this beautiful podcast where I am allowed to interview so many beautiful people from all over the world that are acting for this world, that are acting for animal rights, human rights, ocean conservation and nature protection. And that makes me very happy because it gives me always hope to talk to people who are acting as well. That makes me not feel alone. And I think that all of you understand what that means. Feeling alone is not really a good thing. If we want to change the world, we need to have a great community, come together and help each other and support each other. So that's why I make this podcast, and also to share with you who are the beautiful people that we are supporting already or that we might support in the future with SANUSPLANET. So today my guest is Musisi Mike. It's amazing that you're here, Mike. Thank you so much for your time. You are the founder of the organization Luv4All Uganda Foundation, and we supported you in the voting tool a few months ago with a little support of 1,200 something euros, something like that. And I'm really, really happy that we have been able to support you and to help you with your project a little bit at least. Can you please? So first of all, welcome. It's amazing that you're here. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. So,
Mike, do you want to share a little bit about who you are? Tell me a little bit about you. Where do you come from? What are you doing? How do you get there to be the founder of the foundation, Luv4All Uganda Foundation?
yes, I'm grateful to be here with you, my friend. I'm by names of Musisi Mike, born in Uganda and living in Uganda. I'm a founder of Luv4All Uganda and the Atlas Vegan Community School. This organization started long in 2018 when it is called Freeborn Children Ministries. It was about caring about children and women in the community, plus gospel, transforming gospel and so on. Then later, I had a friend of mine from Sweden who was a lady. I met her on Facebook. We became friends. We used to discuss issues about, because she was more in supporting women. And then we used to talk, we used to, have calls and so on. Then one day, she opened another chapter to me that was how plant-based or going vegan is crucial to our lives. To be saving young children, women, I have to conclude also other non-living things like environment, climate, and animals as well. So it started teaching me how to become vegan, good things which are being a vegan, good things being loving everything, every living things, that we can be kind to everyone, to everything, like animals, like plants, like, everything that come into that bucket. So it was amazing. It took me like one year before changing to be a real vegan. It took me 1 year. I first up being a vegetarian. It is not easy to shift from enjoying meat, enjoying your milk, enjoying your eggs to another lifestyle. So it is a journey. It is not just a one way or two way. to change your lifestyle. So it took me 1 year to be. I was a vegetarian for 1 year. Then the next year, second year, I started to practice. Try my level best to shift my minds, shift my health wise, shift my thinking to learn to become vegan. So it was a long journey because a lot happened, and I had to do what is right by then. And, I'm a pastor. So I had many friends who were pastors by then, and I lost many friends since I became vegan. I lost good pastors. I lost because we human beings, we have different ways of thinking. The way we see things are differently. Bible says different things. So some people they put it that particularly that animals we human we cannot be or we cannot support animals to live because animals they are made to be under us. So that's why many left me, and I agreed to lose people because when you are doing right things, you even if you remain alone, you move because time is there and time will tell who was right by then. So I lost many people by then. So it was a long journey. Then after getting the good information that we can change, then from then we start with the board of directors. By then, which were freeborn, we decided to change the name of the organization. We decided to add animals as part of our genders, as part of the agenda of the organization. Which things are we taking as a priority in our organization? So before then, we met a lady she's living in Canada. She's the founder of Luv4All. Then that lady, when I met her, then we cooperated to open up a Luv4All Uganda Foundation. But it is in Canada. The head office of the Luv4All, it is in Canada. Luv4All Uganda, it is a chapter of Luv4All Canada.
Nice.
So yeah, we moved a long way. Then in 2022, we registered Luv4All as a community-based organization in Kasanda district. Then we started afresh our journey as an organization which caring about human and non-human beings. And we stood up for saving the Mother Earth because we believe that if the Earth is not there, we couldn't be there. So that's why we think more about how to save the Mother Earth. That's our motto as organization. That is a way to go as organization. So that's how Luv4All Uganda started. Then we registered 222 as community-based. Recently, last year, we registered as a non-profit organization which is working in entire Uganda. After being done a lot of things, we wanted to expand our services to other areas in Uganda. So that's why last year we registered ourselves. But because Luv4All was already in a system in Uganda's bureaus of organization, we decided to abbreviate LFAU Foundation Limited. Then we came up with an idea of starting a school.
Yeah, that's a part that I wanted to ask you anyway. But let me wrap it up one second because what you said, yeah, I love it. You first had an organization registered that was called Freeborn Children's Mission. That was changed, or yeah, changed. The name changed into Luv4All Uganda in 2022. And I have seen, like on your website, that was written, Luv4All stands for oneness of all beings on earth, a universal love where all living beings are equally valued, loved, protected, and free in this world. I mean, if we read this sentence, I think everyone would agree in the first moment, right? When you read the sentence, you feel like, yes, everyone should be free. But then I see those people, the same people who say that, are the same people who are not doing it. And that's this hypocritism that we people are living. I was not vegan. I did not. I ate animals. I ate everything, and I changed myself into a vegetarian about 12 years ago, and I became vegan about more than 8 years ago now. And it was a journey too. It was quite a long journey, even for me, longer than for you. You say 1 year. Within 1 year, we became from the meat eater, everything eater, to become a vegan. That's quite, I mean, I know even some people that turn vegan in 1 day, but that's very rare. And sometimes it happens that people who are turning so fast are going back because it's too hard to do it all in 1 day. So it's a lot. But you have done it in 1 year. I needed 4 years for it. I was vegetarian for nearly 4 years before I became vegan and understood, oh, there is more to the milk than I think. So yeah, and there was also written on your website, we are all interconnected. We are all one, living in different bodies. All animals, human and non-human, feel fear, hope, loneliness, joy, pain, and love. This concept, which may be new to some, is old as time. So that's really beautiful. I think so too. I completely agree. So I was interrupting you now because I just wanted to say these beautiful sentences that are written on your homepage. You started you started a school, a community school. It's called Atlas Vegan Community School. Is this completely created new, this school from you, or did you go to a school that was already here and you turned it around and did something beautiful with it? Or how did that work with the school? Tell us a little bit about that.
We had a school as freeborn, but that school was not so yapping, was just, you know, we were renting where the school was, and then things were not working as well. But the idea of the school was already there. And the freeborn, then after we got this new idea, we decided to push education because me, I believe myself that every journey or every revolution open its book by education. That's why we are advocating in every campaign we do, every whatever we want to do, we first educate people because you cannot bring something people they don't understand. So I knew that the value me to add on veganism on a vegan community, I have to on way to educate young generation as a way of spread our voice to reach further. So that's why we sat down and with my team, and then we thought about it. Then my team decided we agreed because we work as a team. Then on that journey, God, I know, God do things differently. The night we decided to start up a school, we had nothing. We had no money. We had no land. But at that night, I got a friend of mine after commenting on her books, because that lady is called Violet, Violet, she has Violet comics, vegan comics. She writes books about vegan and so on. That lady, we became friends. When I proposed to her that, I have this idea and this, she came positively. She donated over 10,000 pounds to us.
Nice.
We bought land
Mm.
at the first place. Then we started constructing temporary structures. That means that Violet, he opened a foundation for the school. He gave us hope and energy to move on. Firstly, in this world, people don't appreciate your proposals until the proposal have become something different. But someone who defied all odds and accepted the proposal and supported the proposal, that person is a key to the success where we are now. Violet did a lot to us, supported us, gave us resources, our books on free, it was amazing. So then in 2022, June, the school opened up. We began with 4 children from one family because that man called Joseph gave us 4 children. The school began with 4 children.
Mhm.
Then we started up. The school went on growing. We got a number of children because we registered 200.
200.
In this space of 2 years, almost we're going to getting for 3 years. We're getting to 3 years. For 3 years, we have 200.
200 schools now.
And
In the last years, you have been going to school in your school and learned about veganism and animal rights next to the normal school lessons that they have.
yeah, like we program our school because school is in Uganda. We follow Uganda's rules and regulations. School, but we have programs like we teach normal teachings as the Ugandan school,
Mhm.
and we offer time for vegan studies like organic farming, animal rights, plant-based cookings, plant-based, concerning all things concerning with plant-based. We have their timetables, and our kids they do exams. They do exams every end of the term. They do exams in all teachings they do. The same that we meet parents in every term, and we teach them also what we're teaching their children. Also, we call them, we teach them so that they get to understand that what we're telling their children, it is not bad. It is not, like at first we got a challenge. The government called us because for them they thought that veganism it is a surface of homosexual. They were thinking that we're teaching their children that we are teaching the children homosexual, which
Mm.
wasn't right. Because for them they didn't understand veganism. Because
Mm.
veganism in Uganda it is a new thing. People don't understand it. Some people they call us crazy people. If we
Mm.
hear about veganism, they say these people
I
are
know that
crazy.
one. I know that one.
Yeah. So but we try our level best to teach their parents, also teach their children. But now parents are getting involved, and the children they're loving what they're learning. They become compassionate. They become kind.
Mm.
Because me every time I tell them that, you see, in this world. You see wars everywhere in Congo, in Russia, where those wars come because our presidents or our leaders are not compassionate. They're not kind for others. That's
Mm.
why they want to see blood flowing everywhere. They don't care, they don't mind. So, but if we start educating this younger generation, maybe in the future we shall get presidents which respects people's lives. We shall get presidents which are loving, which are kind, which are compassionate. That being a president or being a leader does not mandate you to kill people. You to become a president don't need to first kill people to become a president, because becoming a leader is just serving. So that's what we are trying to invest in these younger children. That
Mm.
if you can kill a pig or you can kill a hen or what, that means it is easier for you to kill a person or to kill a fellow person or to kill anyone, because you already shown that blood is it is not it is not it is not bad to you to see blood. But if you fear blood, that means you fear to kill. If you fear to see blood, that means you're caring to others. So that's what we're trying to educate these
Mm.
young people.
Yeah,
Be
that they don't want to hurt anyone, right?
Of course we need them to see everyone as they are, because if you want to respect you, then respect others. If
Mm.
you want your life, they know that also animals they love their lives, you know. So that's what majorly we give
Yeah.
these young people. Yeah.
And you also
So
you also wrote a book, right? You yourself wrote a book.
yeah, I'm coming to that.
Ah,
So
okay.
then the school in 2023 we won an award from PETA. Yeah, PETA recognized our job
Mm.
because it is rare. It is rare, but PETA recognized our job and gave us an award at the school. And the award pushed us somewhere to the world to see that we are really doing great work in Africa. And in the future, I want our school to be a model school for people from all the world to come in Africa to see what we started. Maybe they can add a stone on it so that the world and more schools developed in Africa which are vegan oriented. That
Yeah,
is our prayer.
it's amazing. And I can imagine that many people see you as crazy because what people don't know, what they don't understand, it's always frightening them, right? People are afraid of everything they don't know. So that's normal. I know that too. But it's step by step changing here in my hometown. People don't see vegans anymore as crazy. They start to see, even though maybe they don't want to do the same, but people start to see, okay, yeah, it's not so crazy anymore like it was maybe 20 years ago. How does that feel for you? Does it change? Do people start to see, oh, they are not the crazy guys? They, yeah, maybe a bit weird. They just want to live a life, a happy life for everyone, which is not everyone's maybe choice at the first moment. But they start to open up. Is that happening as well in Uganda, right?
Yeah, people nowadays are now recognizing the effort because we have almost Uganda has many organizations which are vegan now, which are learning vegan activities in Uganda. So that people are now opening their eyes. As I told you that the only thing which can open people's eyes is education. It is, educating them, teaching them, doing songs about veganism. It is just a way of, open their minds and build their capacity in them that what we are doing is not wrong. In Africa, generally, what may hinder veganism to be occupied area, it is poverty.
Mhm.
Because like people think that when I have my God and I need money for my child to go to school, I have to sell it, so that the people buy it, put it on butcher, it's all about poverty. But if you try to give them alternative way that, also you can grow vegetables
Mhm.
and grow vegetables and we search for your market. You can sell your vegetables and earn money and pay school fees for a child, minus selling a god for meat and so on. So that's the only thing we need to do as organizations to put alternative way. Yes, you don't like people to feed on animal products and so on. What do you have on table for them? So we need to put alternative way that do you have market for vegetables in Uganda or in Africa? No. So people won't change if we don't have alternative way. They'll do the same thing than they. But if you come with alternative way, people will change. People need money.
Yes.
And you cannot change a poor person, no, until you have alternative way for
Mhm.
it. So that's how we have to do. That's why for me, my organization is mainly on education and find ways or alternative way where the people leave poverty, change their mindsets about business in the animals so that they target vegetables as a business.
Yeah.
In Uganda, once you talk about animal rights and so on, first thing you get enemies from animal business, those people who are dealing in animals. Me, one day, I was 2000, I think, yeah, 222. I was trying to mobilize my people, trying to educate them about, uh, reducing eating meat and so on. But I was decampaigned by those people who are in the business of meat, and they tried to put pressure. They tried to threaten my life
Mhm.
because it is their business. If you put into that, don't eat this, and someone pour money in that business cannot leave you to move around. So that's why my life, I secured my life by, putting down. I say maybe let me concentrate on educating in my school, so that people they get to know by themselves that it is what we are telling them. It is right to move on this to live
Mhm.
animal products. So, but now people are getting to know because nowadays in Africa, the disease like a cancer is growing on a high level.
Mhm.
Cancer is now growing in a higher level in Africa. So we are trying to teach them, do this, eat this and this, so that you don't get to cancer, diabetes, and so on. So now that the community now is changing, mainly the younger generation. They're now changing. Yeah.
So health reasons are also interesting for the people to think about maybe their own health, to eat healthier, which means also more alkaline and not so sour, acid, and animal-based food. Protein is acid, so maybe it's not the best way to do that and to eat that also for your own body. That's, I think, a point where many people are listening much more at the first moment than when you talk about the health of the animals, which is interesting, but it is what it is. But one thing that you said, it's so important that you said that it's their business, people's business. If you threaten their business and their income, you are the threat to them. So that's exactly the reason why we do what we do with the SANUS app. And I'm very happy to help your NGO and your whole community to understand how it works. But we make that another time. For everyone who's listening, that's the reason, that's my main reason to help people to create a passive income so people have an alternative income and can step by step go away from the things that are creating a mess in the world for animals and for nature and for themselves. So we need alternative incomes. That's the big reason for the SANUS app. We will do that another time, Mike, and we do that in private, but everyone who's listening, please check it out. And what is, Mike, I have still 2, 3 questions for you. What is your hope for, no, first of all, explain about the book. You wrote a book. What is the book about and how is it called? And yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. After knowing that the only way we can change what we want to change, it is in our hands, and it is a way, and we have to use pain. That's how I told that my revolution is based on education.
Mhm.
So that's why I sat down and wrote a book which is called Veganism Virtue. This book is mainly for the starters, people who are just began to go into vegan lifestyle, plant-based lifestyle. So about how can you become a vegan, why you become a vegan, why vegan is important, you know, giving people insights what is really good to be a vegan, and what is your, if you become a vegan, what are you supposed to do to remain on that channel so that you don't change. So health-wise, animal rights, animal welfare, climate, environment, those are things which I cover about in my book, so that it is for new readers, new people who are on blog, who just embedded in our life, which we are living in. And also, I wanted to just say there, what inspired me to write this book is to so that also in Africa we can write, so that people do research in time to come, they will refer about us as people who gave our time to this revolution and we made our impact.
Mhm.
So soon my book will be on Amazon, and people will check and read about it.
Very nice. I'm very happy to see it. And you know, a friend, maybe you know him too, Ronald. Ronald is also in Africa, in Uganda. He also has an NGO that we supported. I will send you the contact because he has translated my book Hope into Luganda. So I can send you the book, or he can send it to you. So maybe you can use that also in your school. That would be nice to just.
Yeah, Rona, you talk about Riga.
Yes, I talk about animal rights.
Yeah,
I share the stories that I have been through as an activist because I have done a lot of ocean conservation and animal rights projects. And I have seen a lot of crazy stuff in the world. I have been threatened, I have been followed, I have been in prison because I put myself between whales and whalers. So there were some situations that have been quite hard. And I talk about all of these topics. Yes, I share that and I'm happy to share it with you because it's in Luganda. So the kids in your school should be able then maybe to read it. Might be possible. So I will check out and send you the information. But how is
your
your huh?
your book is already translated in Uganda, or it is in the process?
No, it is already translated in Luganda.
By who? By who?
By Ronald, by Ronald. I was a guy in Uganda, really nice, amazing guy who has
Oh,
also he go
Regan Chigu. Yeah. Oh, Chigund. Chigund
huh?
is Chigund, because Love4All Uganda, it is a think tank in Uganda, and Chigund is one of the people I mentored myself.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's one of the people I mentored. He was one of our volunteers, and he's doing a good work in this fraternity. And he loves books, he loves reading books, loves writing and so on. So it is
Yeah.
pressure. It is pressure that your book is in Uganda, and we shall get a copy so that our children and teachers get to read about it, maybe, and we shall put it on our syllabus because
Yeah.
by next year I'm starting up a vocational school for adults. So such your books, they will be in our library so that people read and
Nice, nice.
understand more about what you are doing
I
in
will
the
see to send it
country.
to you. I also wrote a vegan cookbook, but that's only in German. That's not translated in any language. So that is a hard one that will not work. But if one day, then I will send you also something about that. Hey, how is your feeling for the future? As we come a bit to the end of the podcast, what's your feeling, like your hope for the future? Do you see things changing towards the good, or are you still a little bit like, let's see where it ends up if we manage to get the core or not? What's your feeling about?
I see bright future. I say bright future. In life, me, I work to win. I don't work to lose.
Mhm.
And it's the only thing which can stop me to work is death. But if I don't conquer death, that means that what I've started, I have to make it to its end. So I see future. It's only working hard, being focused, and do the best for the world. Because these NGOs, it's not very easy to learn them, but when you are focused and when you are ready to meet all the challenges, all positive or negatives, then you can achieve it. So
Mm.
I see the future because we are mentoring young generation. In 50 years to come, those people they will be adults and they will be leaders. That means that our effort today to raise time to come. So that is the future I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine when you're in the school teaching people and kids about veganism, that you see a bright future because you see that them growing up with a really beautiful mindset about love for all. So that's amazing. What is your favorite food, by the way? Your favorite food and your favorite animal, I would like to know.
My favorite food is in Uganda we call
Uh-huh.
millet and beans.
Millet. I know millet. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Millet and beans. Yeah, that is my favorite food. And my favorite animal, it is the dog.
Dog. Hear that a
Yeah.
lot because I think that dogs are just, like so much close. They come close, they want to be with us, they play with us. I can imagine that's also why dogs. I have a dog also, and I love dogs too.
Dogs, they sense, dogs, they love, dogs don't betray.
Mhm. Yes.
But human beings do betray. So it is good. That's why people nowadays are committed to animals and human beings. It is
Mm.
one thing, it is betrayal. A human being can betray, but a dog cannot betray. A dog knows, a dog depends on loyalty, loyal. They are loyal to their servants, but human beings are not loyal. That's why when we are in a system, when we are in this revolution, people change. People
Yeah.
speak differently, they act differently.
Mm.
That's why veganism don't go further because we are not united. We don't speak one language. That's the challenge we have in this fraternity. People nowadays, veganism, it is now ventured into a money. It is a money venture nowadays. People get money from being a veganist activist and so on, but they're no longer focused on their main cause. That's why, for me, I honor dogs and human beings.
Yeah. Awesome. I have two more questions. One is, as I know, you work with volunteers, so your stuff does not get paid, right? All the people are volunteering. How many people are helping you? And the other question is like, when we donated about a bit over 1,200 euros, what are you able to do with 1,200 euros? Because here in Europe maybe we see the money different because the costs are higher, but also the income is is higher than in Uganda. So what is 1,200 euros worth for an NGO like yours?
Let me first answer the first one. Our organization is still on. We rely on volunteering, but on the school side, we pay that staff because you cannot bring someone to teach your child, teach a child on a volunteer basis. So what we get money because our school still is it is still on low payment. People they don't pay, they get free education. So we try as an organization to cater about that teaching staff and non-teaching staff, paying them and so on, and learn the school as you know how school is. So we have a number of volunteers, like there are like 20 in different fields, and we have board of directors here and international as organization. Second, the money you gave us, so the money was donated by Sanpay. We had that a fundraising which was going on to get a school van. And at the time you donated the money, we were thinking of $3,000 to top up for the van, because this van now is helping us because we had young children who were moving 6 miles, 7 miles to come to school. We need use it to fail to make it. And last year we had a challenge. One of the girls was raped on their way coming to school. So all those was a big challenge to us as a school. So we decided to buy a school van to help us at least at this time. It is not the van is not big, but at least can support these younger children whom cannot walk long distances. So the money donated, we considered it after sitting as a team. We know the money to the bus, and then the school van is now in our hands. We have a school van right now. So the money helped us to purchase a school van, which is in place, so that we help these young children not to move long distances and keep them with the security.
Nice.
So, yeah, so we thank you for that, and we appreciate the donors, those who donated, everyone who was part of that journey. And then the bus is with us as a school. We appreciate so much.
Nice. Thank you so much for sharing this. I'm very sure that the whole community of SANUSPLANET and Sanus Life will be very happy to know that they can help you with that and to bring the kids to school safe. That's really important. As what you just said, that girls are getting raped sometimes on the way walking somewhere. This is really crazy. So things need to change. So thank you so much that you take care of them. And the last question is really your words to the community. What would you like to share and to say still to our community? What is your main message to the world? What are the last words that you want to share with us?
Okay, thank you for that chance. My last message to the community, first, I call people to join Sanpay. Join Sanpay. Order your, buy whatever you want using Sanpay. Be part of Sanpay, because when you join Sanpay, you are growing a donation cap for non-profit organizations which are supporting vital projects or ideas in climate, environment, in animals, in vulnerable groups. So when you join this app and business, you'll be serving the world in different ways. So that's what I can call people, be part of this amazing group. Then my last message is to people, vegan and non-vegan, that we have to change our world. We have to speak one language. We have to design a map which make us different from different aspects. Because nowadays the world is suffering of climate challenges, diseases are nowadays cancer is everywhere, is multiplying because people feed on animals. And these companies which supporting animal products, not only giving animals to the population, but also injecting these animals dangerous substances. Like nowadays in Uganda, you find a chick for 2 weeks. People are eating a chick of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. because the chick have been given substances to build body muscle, and people see it as they have grown by themselves. So it is dangerous. We need to change our lives by eating plant-based diet. We have to change to plant-based diet. It is a revolution. To take time. It is not easy, but let us stay focused. Let us educate ourselves, educate others, open people's minds, and then maybe in future we shall see our effort, not today, but in the future. That is my little message to you all. And thank you for your invitation to be part of this interview. I appreciate. And I thank people who support our organization very, very well. I have to thank everyone who's supporting our organization because it is very crucial. Our work is depending on donation and grants. So I can't live here without appreciating those people who donating, who support us, who support the school. Because whatever you're doing, you're building another generation. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for sharing this. And thank you also for thanking our community. They will be happy to hear that and appreciate that too. And thanks for everybody who was listening today. Amazing that you're here and that you inform yourself about the NGOs that we are supporting. That is really important because we want you to know where the money goes, what the money is doing, and what's happening. It's your money, it's your support that makes us be able to do that, allows us to help others. So thank you from deep in my heart for everything. And like Mike said, join the Sanus app if you did not yet, because it's really important that we have a lot of people who are willing to pay with Sanus Pay worldwide, as the benefits are beautiful for everyone, and we are creating a different world. Thank you all, and see you next time in 2 weeks for the next podcast. In the show notes, you find the links to the Luv4All Foundation, and you will find all of the information there. Bye. See you next time, guys.
Okay. Bye now.